Alright, we're here. I'm just gonna start. I've been wanting to play this game all day. I wanted to play it yesterday too, but because on Wednesdays I usually start a little later, I think that's when I, you know, diverge a little bit from the normal schedule. Okay, so right now, what do we need? What do we need? What do we need to do? I need to spend my free time with people I love. I barely know these people. So let's leave this area. Let's just find people that we can mess with. I mean, brighten their day with my presence with. Because that's what I do. I hung out with... shoot. What's her name again? I hung out with her yesterday. I already forgot her name. Sayaka. I hung out with her yesterday, so I'm like... I need to spread the love to other people. Wherever possible. Okay, so Toko is still in her room. I honestly am not in a rush to hang out with her because she has given me a pretty bad first impression. So, okay, there's 4 people on this floor. That's fine. These 2 are cool. I like those 2 a lot. You're alright for now. You 2 are okay for now. I like the girl, Junko, I believe that's her name. I do like, shoot, what was her name again? I need to get better with the names of these people. For now, this looks like the highest volume of people that I want to hang out with. So, let's head over here. Hello, Chihiro. How are you today? I wonder how that teddy bear actually operates. Could it be a robot with an AI installed in it? No, we don't have the technology yet. Maybe it's some kind of bear-shaped cyborg from the future. Should I hang out with Chihiro for a while? Let me look at what the others have to say. The other girl. What is this room? The nurse's office, okay. I assume we don't have a nurse, so... Oh yeah, I forgot I have a run button. The control to this is kinda weird. Not gonna lie. It almost feels like pseudo tank controls. Hello, Aoi. I love your design. Pushing on them doesn't help. Smacking them doesn't help. What the heck is up with those things? What are you talking about, girly? What are you describing right now?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the metal plates. Ah, I see. I need to get... I need to... Yeah, okay. I need to be serious here. I know. We should try grabbing the top and yanking down on it. Let's go see what... Because I am interested in, Hold on. Is he in this room? Oh, this blackboard belongs to us now. Okay, Kyoko. I would like to see... Because you seem the most calm and serious. And I really like you. Should I talk to Kyoko for a while? Sure. Let's do it.
Well,
I'm in no position to tell you what to do. You're free to do as you wish, right? But I have my own way of doing things. I joined Kyoko while she searched the school. We didn't say anything to each other. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Would you... I don't have anything to give her! Hold up. Should I reload? Should I reload and buy something at the store? Oh wait, no wait. This is actually progress? Being trapped in a place like this. Who wouldn't be? Wait, I need to see what she said. Aren't you scared, Makoto? Okay. Of course I'm scared being trapped in this insane school.
correct.
Ah, that's good. That's good?
So...
Fear is proof that your imagination is functioning. Frankly, I feel bad for anyone who can't feel fear.
Whew.
Without imagination, you can never deduce which action to take next. But what about you? You seem totally calm. You don't act afraid at all.
Wrong.
I'm scared too, of course. I simply hide my emotions. There's no advantage to be gained from letting others see how you feel. You hide, huh? There's some merit to exposing your vulnerability to others. But to some extent, I do agree. Keeping your cards close to your chest. He has a point.
Correct.
What I mean is, I'm not as foolishly open as you are. Foolishly open?
Listen.
Also, the fear I experience is a little different from yours, I imagine. Huh? What do you mean?
So...
You're afraid of what you might lose, right?
Correct.
But I'm afraid of what I've already lost. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I know. She didn't bother answering any further. Just turned and...
Goodbye.
With that, she was gone. Well, we're still just getting to know each other. Maybe we'll talk some more next time. I don't think I understand her at all yet. Hey, look at you go. Skill points increased. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Did that take all day? It's still daytime. There's still lots of time left in the day. Alright, I do want to, like, visit the shop, if possible. Makoto's room, kitchen, dining hall. One sec. One sec. Oh, I might go laundry next. When's the last time I did laundry here? I haven't done laundry at all since I got here, man. I don't know how much clothes I have, if I even have any. Speaking practically, of course. I did want to see if I could, get to know Chihiro more. But I also want to see if I can go to the store. That's possible. I know you want to hang out, girly, but I got social responsibilities to other people. You know how it is. Everyone chomping at the bit to hang out with me. That's a lie. That couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, I need to get downstairs. I just did a lap around the dorms for no reason. Alright, so the people I want to hang out with are in the laundry. I'm gonna look for something in the shop. I believe that... I guess the currency is just the coins that I pick up. Alright, so there's a gacha, there's a TV. Yep, this is definitely the school store. But it has a kind of Japanese Western blend. It seems more like a cluttered antique store. Nice! 8 coins so far. What's this? Oh, maybe if I turn the knob, a prize will come out. Would you like to try your hand against the almighty Mono machine? How much does it cost me? Find coin scan... Okay, this is what that's for. Hold on. Is there anything that I can just straight up buy with my coins? Okay, so there's... What is this? Vending machines? DVDs? Okay, nothing. Alright, let's put the coins in. I'm not doing anything else with this money. Alright, let's give it a shot. Hope I win my 50-50. Oh wait, I have no coins. Oh, yeah I do. Yeah, I'm putting them all in. Why not? An item? Okay. Do I get 8? Oh, wait, no, it's... wait, hold up. Hold up, can I... I did not know you put in an amount and then it adds up to 1. If that was the case, I should have just gone one by one. What is my... Okay, let me load. I know I'm saves coming, but... Alright, so... Is this my... Okay, so this is before I hung out with Kyoko. So, I do want to go to the store. Who's down here? I'm gonna hang out with Kyoko again, but I'm gonna use all my coins. Alright, so I know what I'm doing here. This time, it's for real. No duplicates, please. Nice. This time 8, okay. 1 by 1. Let's do it. Give it a shot. I thought it would give me 8 independent things if it only gave me 1. Okay, so I'm putting 1 in. Got an item, okay. Lucky, okay. I got another thing, ooh. Nice. That's 2 things for 1. Alright, another coin. Nice. I don't know what any of this stuff is. But I'm doing it. Oh, that's a repeat. Right? Okay, that's new. That's new. I don't think I've gotten that before. We go, okay, is that a straight up butt with a thong on it? Okay, that's probably new. Okay, that is a duplicate, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Alright, I did what I wanted to do. I wanted to gamble a little bit. You know how it is. Let's go, to... this place, over here. I'm gonna hang out with Kyoko, even though I already know what happens. Was it over here? I forget where she was. She was in, like, 101B or something? Yeah, she was in 1B. I can just mash through her dialogue since I already, did it. And I just reloaded because I didn't know how the gacha worked.
Why?
Hang out with me! I think you're cool. I love your design, too. Yes, definitely. What would you like to give her? Do I even have anything that I can give you? Full crest. Pin drill.
Correct.
Are you sure about this? Sorry. Does that mean she liked it? Are you scared, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Being trapped in a place like this? Who wouldn't be? Of course I'm scared being... Oh yeah, we already saw this.
Correct. Listen. So, correct.
Correct.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I forget what I use those skill points for. Let me see if I can find it in a menu. Let's see. Is there like a progress bar? Special. Okay. Ah, so it adds to the page. Skills, max SP +1. What's your skill? Melodious voice, okay. Most people worry about what they might lose in life, but she seems more concerned about what she's already lost. Let me go hang out with someone else. I think I do want to go to laundry, like I said before. I'm sorry, girly. Maybe some other day. Bath. Laundry. I mean, we're spending the rest of our lives together. There are plenty of times to hang out. Okay, so I think Aoi or Junko? Hang out with Junko.
Hi.
Slacking off again, huh? Yeah, sure. I'm bored too.
Yeah.
Let's chill for a while. I spent some time with Junko. Junko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Junko a... Yes, definitely. Do I even have anything that she would want? Ration? Food? I think I know who would like that, to be honest. Emperor's Song. Astral Boy Doll. Prince Shotoku's Globe? Secrets of the Alma I don't know what that is, man. How about I give you this?
For real?
Hey, let's go, I did it. I just want to make this clear right up front. Don't get the wrong idea about this and any of this, okay? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you're not expecting anything from me.
Yeah.
Gotta keep my virtues safe, you know? Huh? Wait, you mean... No, I'm not expecting anything like that.
Come on.
I figured, you're not that kind of guy, right? Looking at you, I get a total Omega male vibe. What?
Yeah.
Mega male? But still, they say even the tamest guy can turn into a wild animal, so I figured I'd say it anyway. A wild animal? Don't ask me why, but I seem to attract guys like that. It's probably because it's probably because she's so, flashy.
What the?
They call me super late at night. All like, hey, let's hang. Like, I don't know what that means. Let's hang, it sounds so simple. But why super late at night? And why does Junko seem annoyed at it? Hanger, hang gliding, hang out. What are these answers, man? Oh, you just meant hanging out.
Huh?
You just come to a decision or something? No, forget it. Anyway, so we all get together, but the whole group's full of dummies. Keeping creepos like that away is like a full-time job, you know? Yeah, it must be tough. I mean, you're a model and all, so you must be really popular.
Huh?
Well, Makoto, you actually get it. You do get it, right? You totally get me. I do?
Totally.
Listen, maybe I can introduce you to some of my friends sometime. So, what's your type? You're super passive, right? So you need an aggressive girl.
For real?
I wish someone would do this for me. Because I am bad at getting into the game of dating. I haven't been in it for over 10 years. I think that'd be good for you. Someone who will go after you and not give up. No, I don't really. That sounds a bit too much, though. Honestly. Someone that goes for him and doesn't give up? Yeah, that might be a little much.
Yeah.
I'll find the perfect girl for you as soon as we get out of here. I hope you're as excited as I am. I don't really get it, but I guess she likes hanging out with me? Alright. More skill points, let's go. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Is it nighttime now? Alright, it is night.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon
Alright,
the doors to the
Monokuma.
dining hall will be locked.
I will
and
stay
entry
in
at
my
that
room.
point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs.
I really hope
bite.
this place doesn't have bed bugs, but whatever. I don't know how well this place is maintained. The third day here has already come to an end. When will I? No, we. When are we gonna get out of here? I laid on my bed and stared blankly at the ceiling. Before I knew it, I'd fallen into an uneasy sleep. We're not actually learning here in this school. We're kind of just hanging out. It's like, I need an immediate fast-acting pick-me-up. If it doesn't act now, it's the same as giving in to regret. What do you think guides the world? Speed, of course. That's why Formula 1 drivers are so popular. Any idiot can accomplish something if they take it slow. Even a human piece of excrement could create a masterpiece if they spent their entire life on it. Someone who does things in a timely fashion is both wise and admirable. Straight is better than a curve or an angle. Freestyle is better than the backstroke or breaststroke. Drive-through is better than sit-down. A Sunday comic artist is smarter than a graphic novelist. These all aren't necessarily true, but go off. What I'm saying is, speed is the gold standard of the standard world.
Which is why I said I need that pick-me-up.
Meanwhile, 0.0000002 seconds later, it took me longer to read that sentence than the time elapsed of the description. What do you have to say this morning?
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Alright, if you say so, I'm ready to hang out with people aimlessly. I woke up to the irritating sound of Monokuma's voice. I slowly pulled myself out of bed. Another night of restless sleep. Day after day, I can feel the fatigue piling up. As soon as the thought had crossed my mind, the sound of the doorbell forced its way into my room. Alright, let's go see who it is.
Hey!
A fantastic morning, isn't it? Taka. Now then, you'll pardon the interruption. Without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room. What do you need, man? Why are you here? What's up, Taka? No matter how intensely the stormy seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. You agree, right? I'm not sure I understand.
Without a doubt.
If you can't do it alone, just find someone to support you and you can support them back.
You hear me?
That's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night, and I decided we all really need to come together. And that's when I realized. Every morning from now on, after the morning announcement... Right, sorry about that, I'm back. Let's continue. Okay, so from 6:10... Okay, let's continue. So we were going into the kitchen. Dining hall, I mean. I love the way that those pop in. I'm never gonna get tired of that. It's so reminiscent of games I played in the past. Everyone's here? Oh my god! Everyone can be interacted with. Let's talk with, Ichido. Good morning. Ohayo. It's nice to get to eat with everyone. With so many people, it's actually kind of fun. How about you?
Hey, Makoto.
Good morning, Makoto. Morning. Breakfast time, breakfast time. Gotta eat a big breakfast at breakfast time. Alright. Hey, Kyoko.
Hey.
Taka looks pretty impatient. We better get this started already. Let's just go through everyone. Good morning. Ifumi? You don't seem too energetic. How can I be? I got woke up by that annoying, obnoxious, nightmarish guy. This is why I hate 3D so much.
Yo.
Morning. Man, waking up to the sound of Taka's squawking is not a fun way to start the day.
Yo.
Yo. Good morning. Just hurry up and get this over with. Taka's getting antsy. Good morning. Good morning. To bring everyone together for a breakfast meeting is a very Taka-esque suggestion.
Hi, Makoto.
Good morning to you, Makoto. She can make even a basic greeting feel eloquent somehow. That's the power of a celebrity, I guess.
Hey,
Is everything okay? Oh, yeah, good morning, Sayaka. I was about to say, everything is okay, but that's not what he said. I just tried to answer normally. He let out a heavy, annoyed sigh. I'd rather be ignored completely than suffer that kind of insult. What's the
your
point of
problem?
talking to me? Taka's the one who got everyone together. Go talk to him if you have questions or whatever. Hold on. Just getting to read everyone first.
But more important.
Okay, if I must talk to you, let's hurry up and start this stupid meeting. Taka's gonna throw a fit if we don't. Breakfast meeting, eh? Perhaps it'll keep me entertained and make life with everyone here a bit more bearable. Just making sure. Okay, yeah. What are you looking at me for? Mr. Goody Two-Shoes is running the show for now. Alright. Okay, Kiyotaka, what do you gotta say?
Listen to me.
It's like everyone's here. So then, let's begin our very first breakfast meeting.
Quiet down.
Everyone,
And listen.
thank you for making time in your busy schedules to come together.
Give me a break.
I didn't make time for... Okay, you dragged me here. I know I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out here, or out of here, it's essential that we all cooperate with each other. The first step is this breakfast meeting, to allow us to become friends and build trust. He's got a point. So from now on, let's all meet here in the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Now then, let's eat. I wonder what they have for breakfast. You want me to eat breakfast with other people? I've never done that before. I'm not sure.
I mean, seriously?
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
But more important.
Well, anyway, did anyone happen to come up with any clues? Silence echoed throughout the dining hall.
Seriously?
Nothing at all?
Hey!
Anything. It can be about how to get out, or who's doing this. Nobody has anything?
Are you okay with this?
You are going to die. What?
Do you understand?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die.
Stop it!
What the hell? Don't even freaking joke about that. I'm not joking. Adaptability is survivability. Did I not say so? So you'd better hurry up and adapt to your new life here.
What the hell is this?
Have you gone completely insane? Adapt to my new life here? You have any idea what you're saying?
What?
Yeah, sounds like the girl wants to live here. And hell, more power to her.
Piece of shit.
No way in hell am I living here. I'm getting out of here. I don't care. Sure, feel free. Okay, so nobody has any clues.
What the heck?
One thing I can tell you is who's behind all this. Someone who's totally weird and messed up. Why else would we be trapped in here in the first place?
Hey, listen.
Well, sure, it could be something like that, but for right now, actual clues are... What's up? You think in terms of people already abnormal or bizarre. Do you think the person responsible for all this could be a certain murderous fiend? What do you mean by that? A murderous fiend? Chihiro, do you have some idea who might be behind all this? Well, maybe. I mean, I can't really be certain, but... Certainty is not a concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have.
You know?
Okay, well... Have you guys heard of Genocide Jack? You mean the serial killer that's been in the news and all over the internet? Most monstrous villain who murdered scores of victims in brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust was left at each murder scene, written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost. He strikes without warning and disappears without a trace. And on the internet, they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think. Reminds me of Jack the Ripper. They say he's claimed over 1,000 victims. That's just an urban legend though, right? I mean, even like 10 people would totally be insane. Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack is, he's obviously some kind of super crazy killer.
Huh?
If he really is the ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this. But, like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything, it's just a thought.
Hey, hold
But
on.
if they're the killer, isn't that like a killer of a problem for us? It's okay. Everything's absolutely, positively, 100% without a doubt going to be okay. Because help's gonna be here soon, I'm sure of it. Huh? Help? We've been stuck here a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us, so I'm pretty sure they're getting worried. I bet they called the police already. Is he gonna explain why that's not the case?
What's this?
The police? You're putting your faith in the police? What are you doing here? You guys, seriously? Do you understand what role the police exist to fill? All they're good for is being a foil, playing against a villain or anti-hero or evil organization. The bad guys come along and destroy them. And that shows just how cool they are. Are you sure you want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers? I mean, come on. You really, really want to get out of here. All you gotta do is kill.
What the hell?
Why are you laughing?
You know?
I'm just impressed at the total commitment to this whole act.
Come on.
Still going on about that?
You're fucking dead.
So, Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak, what do you want? Mr. Serial... Okay. That's a pretty long name. German, maybe?
Hey, come
We
on.
know who you really are. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away.
You son of
Don't
a
ignore
bitch.
me! Okay, let's get back to business. Your life here has already begun and a couple days have gone by and nobody's killing anybody. Thought all you kids were lazy and selfish. And here you are working together, but I'm totally bored. There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other. Wait, I think... Yes! Ding, 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 I figured it out.
In other words,
All the mystery ingredients are here. Right people, right place. So why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand. But I just realized there was one very important piece missing. What are you? You want to know? I'll tell you. It's motive. It's so simple. I just have to give everyone a motive.
Stop fucking
Motive?
around.
What are you talking about?
hey,
By the way, there's something I want to show you guys.
You son of a bitch.
I have a little video I'd like you all to see. Don't worry, it's not some pervy adult video or anything. Seriously, it's nothing like that. It's a very special video for each of you showing what's going on outside the school. Outside the school? What are you talking about?
hello.
Oh, Master's so impatient today. Why don't you just watch it and find out? Here in the school, there's a specific place you can go that has everything you need to watch the video.
Correct.
Good. And we can go watch the video right now. But before we do that, I'd like to know, what are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us? What do I want from you? Well, if you must know, despair. That's all. Okay.
Well now.
If you want to know more than that, you'll have to figure it out yourselves. Do whatever you need to uncover the mystery hidden within this school. I won't try and stop you. 'Cause to be honest, it's entertaining as heck watching guys search so desperately for answers. I guess I want some amusement from you too. He's gone. And once again, he left before we could find out anything useful.
Is that right?
Really, I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting.
However,
Perhaps, but what about the video he mentioned? I'm very curious to see what's on it.
that's true.
Same here. Okay, so... Mondo started glancing around the dining hall. When his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Makoto, check this out for us, would ya? Why me?
Yo,
'Cause you're the closest to the door, that's the rule, right? Rule?
Jesus Christ. Piece of shit. Stop fucking around.
You see how passionately I'm begging you? What's the big deal? Just check it out real quick. Okay, I guess I'll get going then.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, I owe you one.
Hey,
If Makoto's going, I'm going with him. It's not safe to walk around this place alone.
Yo,
Yeah, sure thing. Then we're counting on the both of you. If anything happens, just yell and I'll come running. Why can't he come with us, like, as muscle? I can't decide if Mondo is totally dependable or completely terrible. Yeah, I'd have to say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person. But I definitely can't say he's a good person either. So then, where's this specific place Monokuma mentioned? Must be somewhere you can watch DVDs, but... If it's a place to set up... Or if it's a place set up to watch DVDs, then... Let's check that map. To watch DVDs. Bathhouse, just kidding. Kitchen, warehouse. The dorms. Girls' bathroom. Boys' bathroom. Nurse. Hallway. Main hall. School store. AV room. This place. So it's like around here. In the AV room. This wasn't that hard to figure out, but is this the AV room? No, it's not. I'm assuming that's where the bear resides. because it has his icon, his face, with a very gaudy door. Alright, what's interactable? So there's that TV there. What kind of monitor is this? Who would make this kind of thing? What else we got? Next to the monitor is a high-end DVD player. Should be able to play DVDs, but I don't see any actual discs nearby. A DVD player is useless by itself. If we had something to watch, at least that'll help pass the time. Nice! That's one more for the gacha. I'm assuming the DVD's in here, but let me look at the other thing. Surveillance camera. I hate the idea that someone might be watching me right now. I have to keep in mind that it's against school regulations to mess with any cameras. As much as it gets on my nerves, I'd better leave it alone. Anything on this side? Nope. Okay, let's see what's in the box. I'm assuming it's where the DVD is. There's something inside the cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs. And each one has a label on it with someone's name. This must be the video for each of us, he mentioned. I better go tell everyone. He just ran off. I didn't follow after her. I just stood right where I was. Right there where I was. The DVDs in front of me had robbed me of all awareness. I was rooted in place. I think I see something. It's the cardboard box with DVDs, right? Can I put the DVD in? No. Oh, maybe I'll just watch mine real quick before everyone else gets here. I sorted through the DVDs I'd found in the box and found the one with my name on it. Then I slid it into the expensive-looking player. I sat down and stared intently at the screen, and then... Is that my family? I yelled out without realizing it, and my heart started racing. It's what I saw on that monitor. It was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it had ended there, that would have been fine. A message of love and support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. Here now, it was totally different. One sec, I'm getting a call. One sec. Alright, sorry about that. Just got myself some dinner. I'll be eating that throughout the stream. I wasn't living an ordinary school life. I had a pretty strong feeling that the video wasn't going to end there. I hated having that feeling, but turned out I was absolutely right. Oh gosh. Is that the living room of his family? This time I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? It looks like a war zone or something. As if in reply, a voice came floating out of the speakers. I recognized the voice, of course. It was him.
Makoto Naegi accepted into Hope's Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's
Did
well-being?
Monokuma do this? Or something? Look for the answer after graduation. What? What is this? What happened to everyone? I started trembling. I could feel the fear and anger building up inside me, like hot magma. I slammed my fist against the desk over and over again. A single thought was racing through my mind. What else? How could I think about anything else? I have to get out of here. I have to get out right now. I need to make sure everyone's safe. Makoto? What happened? Make sure who's safe? I noticed everyone standing around the entrance to the AV room. They stared at me, faces full of confusion. What's going on? Without a word, I pointed to the cardboard box.
Is it like
Is that what Monokuma was talking about?
what does this mean?
What's going on then? Well, oh, I feel like that's a typo. Them. What's on? Wait, no, I just misread that. I automatically assumed it said what's going on then, but he really said what's on them. That makes more sense. Oh wow. I guess I really do need to eat dinner. I guess I'm really hungry. They all gathered around the box, and each of them grabbed the DVD with their name on it. One by one, they each rushed to a monitor. It didn't take long for them to react.
What the?
This can't be real, right? It has to be fake, right?
Hey, hold on.
No way it's real. No way. Can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore. Let me out of here. As soon as I saw their reactions, I knew. They'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered trying to hide their fear and confusion. Except for her. Even now, she was totally calm. I'm pretty sure she's talking about Kyoko.
I see.
So this is what he meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave, so that we're more likely to start killing each other.
Yes, indeed.
It's the classic prisoner's dilemma. Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war, but both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. But there's a chance that one country may betray the other, so each country fears lowering their guard. The result is that neither scales back their forces, and they both end up betraying each other.
Do you understand?
In other words, the fear of invisible treachery becomes the greatest enemy of stability. That kind of sounds like us right now. Everyone says they'll work together, but in our hearts we're all afraid someone might betray us. Don't put those awful thoughts in our head. That's exactly what they want us to do.
Huh?
You can say that, but maybe you're thinking that once everyone drops their guard, you can just...
What is this? Hey.
This is exactly what Monokuma, or whoever's behind this, wants. They want us to fight, don't you see? Yeah, you're right. We all need to calm down.
So then,
Okay then. Maybe we should start by all just talking. Maybe if we all just talk about what we saw, that'll help get everything out of our system. Besides, I think we're all super curious, right? Oh, she wants that hot goss. She wants the tea. I wonder what was in everyone's videos. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Hey, Sayaka. What was in your video, Sayaka?
what's your problem?
What's wrong? Hurry up and tell us. Sayaka? I gently placed my hand on her shoulder. Stop it. She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off. Sayaka,
That's enough.
let her go. I can't do that. I have to make sure she's okay. I hate romantic comedies like this. I don't care what happens to her personally.
What?
That's because you're totally thoughtless. I'm really worried. Why don't you go do whatever you think you have to? We don't all have to stick around together, you know. Right?
I hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye. Everyone went their separate ways. But I don't have time to worry about them right now. I have to go find Sayaka. I do have time to talk to people, because I'm not on a time limit. Let's see what you guys have to say. Hey Makoto, these videos are some kind of hoax, right? Right? I want to think so, but...
What the heck?
What the hell, man? This is all one big lie. It has to be. I believe you. What was in your video, Taka? I saw... Sorry, it's gonna take me some time to figure out how to put it in words.
What should
Everyone's
I do?
really upset. I mean, how could anyone be calm right now? Why? How can something like that even exist? I just don't understand. I don't. To be able to do something like that. Is it because they really are the murderous fiend? What was in your video, Hifumi?
So it
Before you go asking someone else, it's only polite that you say what you saw first, don't you think? Well, Why are you covering your ears?
Yes,
If I don't hear yours, I don't have to say mine. It's the art of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't think that's how that works. How about you? What was in your video, Sakura?
I'm sorry.
My family. But I'm not upset by what I saw. If you're overpowered, you must accept your fate. Or your death. That is the way of my family. What kind of people are her family?
Damn.
But still, I refuse to believe they would lose so easily. Ow. Her whole family must be powerful then. What was in your video, Kyoko?
Well,
Why should I tell you? Okay, so they don't want to yap about it. That's fine. Alright, let's leave. Where could she have gone? She can't have gone far. I should check around the school. Let's check classrooms real quick. See if she's in here. Oh wow, immediately she wasn't here. Is this the classroom that I woke up in? Yeah, this is the one. Hey, Sayaka, how you doing, girly? I know it's tough, but you gotta... you gotta chill. I found her in one corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees, staring absently at the floor. She looked like maybe she was upset, or angry, or no. She didn't have any expression at all. There was nothing on her face that you could call emotion. It was as if her original mask had been stripped away. Sayaka? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, no, how could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this? Why are they doing such terrible things to us? I want out! Let me out of here right now! Sayaka, calm down! As she thrashed around, I grabbed her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel right now, when I think of what might have happened to my family. But now more than ever, we have to stay calm. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. As if those things really had happened. People out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone. Right? Let's just calm down, okay? Otherwise, we've already lost. I know I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the images that had been burned into my brain. Be calm, okay? Be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. What if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes? If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. I had no idea what had come over me.
Sayaka? Please, help me.
Her voice was so
Why?
small and shaky.
Why is this happening to me? To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
Sayaka.
Finally, she raised her face up from my chest. She looked at me with those big, wet eyes of hers.
Makoto.
Can I believe what you just said? Huh? That you'll help me get out? No matter what it takes? Absolutely.
Makoto.
You're the only one I can trust, so please.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Why is she so clingy to Makoto? We still never really got that. Sure, they have a backstory, but I don't think that's enough to facilitate this type of closeness. No matter what, I'm always on your side. I mean, you are my assistant after all.
Makoto.
Thank you, Makoto. Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this as long as you're here with me.
'Cause I'm your assistant.
Like you said. The smile I'd come to know so well returned to her face. Felt a little forced, but still. It was a huge improvement over how she was before.
Hey! Hey!
It's standing up. Yeah. Makoto, it's standing up. What's standing up?
Come on!
Do you even have to ask? Your flag... Oh, okay. Get the hell out of here.
Just a minute.
No, I want to join in. Well, if you won't leave, then tell us what the hell is up with those videos. Come out. Okay. Stuffing, okay. My honest, innocent stuffing is about to come gushing out. I balled up my fist, took aim, and swung as hard as I could. I'd never put so much energy into a single motion before in my life. I leaned back, channeling all my power, and let go with everything I had. Are you okay? If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated school regulations. Boy, are you slow. I could have downed $1,000 full-course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Your speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization, it's all lacking. The heck was that just now? Just wanted to mess with us. Well, for now, you want to just head back? Yeah. Monokuma had come along and swiftly destroyed the good mood we just created. Sayaka and I headed back to the dorms. You should get some rest, Sayaka. You still look pretty shaken.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for making you worry about me. You're right. I'm going to lay down for a bit. With a nod and small bow, she disappeared into her room. Now on my own, I headed off to tell everyone that Sayaka was okay. Once that was done, I decided to go back into my room. It was hard to think after watching that deranged video. I needed some rest of my own. Jeez. Seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in that video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here. I could never kill someone. Do the others all feel the same? I don't think so. I think some are contemplating it. Like, for real. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. Ding dong, huh? Okay. When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Nighttime's about to start. How come someone's here? Ah, it's Sayaka. I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka? Sayaka, what are you doing out so late? That's when I noticed. Her body was trembling. Is everything okay?
It was so strange.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened. What are you talking about?
Makoto.
Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room. All of a sudden, my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up.
I was so scared.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside.
Makoto.
There was nobody there. Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that?
I mean...
It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still, it makes me nervous. What if something like that had happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during nighttime. But that's just the promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise, then... Why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better?
Huh?
What? All it said in the school regulations was that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in, so...
Hey,
2 people sharing one room is, you know... I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. I know, me either. It's not that I mind the idea, but... If you don't mind, could we maybe switch rooms just for tonight? Switch rooms? If it'll help put your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. I guess this isn't against the rules, so... I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? That doesn't, like, concern you? It's fine, I trust you. In that case, then... I feel like this is gonna end badly.
This is a school announcement.
This is gonna end really
Now
badly.
10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh, that Monokuma. Always telling us about the bed bugs. Oh man, it's already nighttime. Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. Oh, if we're gonna trade rooms, we better trade keys too. Oh, that's right, we have to trade keys. Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Aren't you gonna say you were just kidding? What if I wasn't just kidding? Okay, she can read minds. Something resembling a smile had made its way to her face. Thank goodness, it looks like she's already started to get back to normal. We'd better trade keys then.
Okay.
Yup, let's do it. We exchanged keys, and when I looked back up at her again, there was another worried expression there. Please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it no matter what. I won't. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. I'm sure... Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? By the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob, then lift up on the door while you pull it out. Do that and the door should open no problem. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot. I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you. Okay, well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Sayaka.
Hey,
About what I said before. When I said I was psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night then. See you in the morning. Sayaka gave me one last parting smile, and I headed off to my room. I looked around as soon as I got out into the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. I thought we were going to be able to explore, honestly. Okay, this room isn't that much different. So this is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice, though. What's in the trash? It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we'd found in the AV room. Reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video. But it's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Why don't you at least take the DVD? Oh well. The bed itself looks exactly the same, but knowing Sayaka slept on it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. You creep! Just kidding. Well, okay, you got a coin. Nice, I guess. My room came with a toolkit, but Sayaka has a sewing kit, just like the note said. And next to it is the map of the body's vital organs. What was over here? Oh, it was nothing. It was just the door. Okay. This bathroom has a lock. I'm a little reluctant to go in. Okay, so you won't. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. Should probably go to bed soon. As I lowered myself onto Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. This is... okay. They're close. Whatever. It's fine. Feeling a little better than before, I fell asleep. Something bad's about to happen, isn't it? Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together! Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
1 sec, I'm just gonna have
Get
some food.
ready to greet another beautiful day.
Just taking some dinner. Just a few bites. Oh shoot, it's on auto. Whoops, hold on. Alright. Let me continue. Let me get my... Here, okay. We're good, we're good. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto. And good morning, can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late,
Yo,
Sorry.
my makeup would not cooperate this morning.
Ah, well, hello.
Yeah, how much of our possessions are with us? My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual. We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
What's your problem?
Yo!
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. Regardless, everyone had arrived. At least that's how it was supposed to go. Sayaka's not here. Aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, right? But I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. So for her to be so late...
what?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. You forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Is she dead? Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night. Where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. How did you get in? You traded keys? What the hell? Was it the door just unlocked? There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so it must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Oh my gosh, there's so much to check. Display that. Okay. There's claw marks on the wall. There are slashes and gouges on the walls and the floor. More importantly, where's Sayaka? The bed's all messed up. The bed's been damaged too. Looks like the lint roller has way less sheets than it used to. Okay, toolkit's still there. Okay, we can't really... I know I have to go to the bathroom. The door is open. Let's take a look inside. Okay, yeah. And that's one of the kitchen knives. Took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. Alright, Chapter 1, to survive. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. You're unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
No surprise considering what happened. What happened? Are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I had my suspicions on her dying. There were a lot of flags that were making me guess, okay, this girl is gonna die. But I also thought he was going to kill me. So I'm like, either way, something was gonna happen with this girl. I shot up and took off running. Where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? What good is it gonna do if just sitting around here? Why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. When I finally said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma told us all to come here. Hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey.
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule. Hold on, I'm just gonna have some.
But...
Then dude, who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us? Killed Sayaka?
What?
You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you? When all this began?
Yoo-hoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well... Wrong.
One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It's amazing what people are capable of.
Just hold hold on.
Don't assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? You kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive, you're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey!
You're super naive,
now.
devilishly naive, hellishly naive. No, the real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement that you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
Rule number 6. Oh yeah. You can't be found out.
In other words,
It's not enough to just kill someone, you actually have to get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll be a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
Okay.
If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Alright, so we have to figure out who did it.
Well,
What exactly is this punishment you keep talking about?
what?
Execution?
What?
By execution, you mean?
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas!
Oh gosh. He has plans.
Paper plane!
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done!
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Hold on a second.
How are you talking?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to find out who murdered someone?
What?
Are you saying you're not going to participate in this trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want.
I don't vote!
I'm not going to be part of this. Don't be selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one who's being selfish. Kill everyone. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me, I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Oh, wow.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help!
What?
To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
What? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, she dies too.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... Can't be real.
Well now.
I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. The first time I'd ever seen the moment of someone's life coming to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. Really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. No more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what did you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. Oh wait, he says it, okay. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
You know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during this trial now, could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you didn't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, while we meet up for a class trial in a little while. With that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. There was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. So Makoto kind of looks suspicious to everyone because Sayaka died in Makoto's room. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, She didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now is no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
what? In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the disease certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable to or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
One awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all gonna die here. He's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation. But we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating the same sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. That's what it takes to survive, and that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. One sec. Let me eat a little bit more of my food, then we continue. I just have a plate of food here. I'm trying to get through. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of its taste right now. I think I might just... I'll be right back. I'm just gonna throw this away. Okay. Let's continue. Sorry about that. I got something stuck in my throat. Test 1, 2. My voice. I think I got a piece of rice stuck on it, but it should clear up, hopefully. Alright. I'm just gonna move this down a bit. Okay, we're good. We can observe the body. It's like right here, no one's doing anything about it. I gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why I even bother to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Wait a second, she's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Wait, did you think this was fake this whole time?
Let me out of here!
That's why you were like so easygoing?
What's your
You're just
problem?
now accepting that? Alright, I mean... Let's start from the left. Oh, what the? You. She must be so shocked that she can't even open her mouth and talk. Ifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They... Can't run away from the situation. So we have no choice but to move forward.
Let me out of here!
Okay, that guy's freaking out now.
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that bear.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed her. Okay, we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
Why not?
Stop
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want.
So then...
I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We'll have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
oh,
I finally noticed. Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? He died in Makoto's dorm. He's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then...
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. We get this wrong.
So...
Well, do I really have to say any more?
Perhaps
I'd rather you didn't, no.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. So something that I immediately remember is that she died with a knife. Oh, that's
Hey,
right. Let me
damn it.
just say this right now. If whatever did this right here, or here right now, they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking
they better
dead.
not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their skull in myself. I'm serious. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? We're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is...
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer, you're gonna kill me next. I really don't like her. If I get the opportunity to, I'm gonna accuse her. I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. I'm not for sure. It's not for sure that Makoto is guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check. Just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Okay. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Injury to her right wrist? Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Okay, hold on. Aren't you gonna help investigate, Chihiro? I can't just leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. No way, I seriously don't want to die here. Okay. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Okay. Leave the gym. Yes, we leave. I don't think there's anything new here. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Were any of the tools messed with? No evidence here.
Yo, what?
You haven't used yours either.
What?
Not just me, nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet as far as I know. We're talking about it
By
yesterday.
the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why would we? Okay. That's evidence, actually. No one has opened their toolkit. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. There's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? The replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the hand. This is going to be very important. If we find the gold, we might find the killer. The handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. That's info. And also, water isn't available until 7 a.m. So... anyone with gold or gloves is suspicious. So Kyoko could be a suspect. I'm gonna be looking specifically for gold. Scratches on the sheath must have been made with something sharp. How'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. If you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. Why are there scratches on the sheath? Okay. I'm thinking Kyoko is a suspect right now. Scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Evidence of a struggle. A fight.
Wait.
That would not have been possible, huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there was no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Oh, hold on.
Hey.
That's not what I wanted to... The display, okay. Here's my key. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. If that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? That seems impossible. Yeah, because she was scared. There's no way she would have forgotten to lock it, or opened it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it for some... That doesn't make sense because you traded it in this room. Yeah. She wouldn't have gone walking around, she couldn't have dropped it. How did the kill... They could have been in here already. And they were planning to kill Makoto. But how would they have gotten in here in the first place? Something over here? It's hard to tell what's selectable and what's not. Just that there's a lot. There's these windows, of course. And the camera. I wish we could see the camera footage. The bed. Gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What do you have to say? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No. Not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" "No, I don't think so. But what?" Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
"What's interesting?"
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find one strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well...
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Can we actually look inside the bathroom? I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Well, okay, there's the murder weapon. She had lost everything that made her her. Is there gold on her hands? All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. The knife. There's only two things, huh? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. There I saw Leon. Leon. That's not the numbers 11037. She wrote it from her perspective. I think that says Leon. 11037. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now is no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? Kitchen. Right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. Oh, there's gold. Yeah, she tried to use the sword. There's blood on her left index finger. That's it. Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. How would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Hold on. It was Leon. It was Leon. Yeah, it's Leon. I'm looking at it. That spells out Leon. Look at this right here. That's an N. That's evidence right there, man. It's Leon. That's her. Right, is there anything else in this room that I need to investigate? Shower head. The water for the showers gets turned off at nighttime. Leave the bathroom. I'm pretty sure it's Leon. I'm locking it in.
It would seem...
It's like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? Not numbers, dude.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. That's Leon. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, you better to ask them the ultimate programmer.
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. You know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one. But the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screw... Oh. Toolbox. Toolbox.
So...
They're trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? Maybe he thought it was locked because of your bed frame. Or
Just a
the
second.
room frame. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Tell anyone about that? I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it.
Hmm?
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this. The only one, or the one who has an open toolbox, is the culprit. If everyone's telling the truth, if every guy is telling the truth that they didn't open theirs yet.
I see.
That clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even in there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I still don't really understand how... I understand. Okay. I understand already. I have my suspicions. So, I'm gonna go to Sayaka's room. Let's get that DVD. Oh, in my room, but... Huh, hold on. It's Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. We're switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been... Okay. Why would they do that? Let's go get that DVD. Okay. Might as well take her sewing kit. Alright, I would like to find Leon. He is my immediate suspect. Is he in the dining hall? Maybe in the kitchen. Well, I have to go to the kitchen anyway, because I know one of the knives is missing. Yup. I see it. I sees it. Right there. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Because that was the murder weapon. Alright. Who was on kitchen duty yesterday? Did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. When did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well...
Last night, all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. The knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall. Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Okay, so we have an alibi for the murder weapon. By the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not, I would never. You really think I murdered her?
I mean...
She was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. I still need to find... Dude. Leon. Maybe he's around the dorms. Oh, yeah, okay. You're the dude. You're the guy.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Saiko was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Naeki. What was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose any of that in the trash room. Oh, shoot. Wait, that's a clue. We could find something there, actually. Trash room. We gotta go to the trash room. Why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switched rooms? And she died because of me? She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died? All we can say right now is it's a possibility. If that's really true, then There's a trash room. Let me check the bathroom real quick. Nothing here. Nothing here. There's a trash room, though. We should look at that. Hatch on the floor. The door won't budge. It must be locked. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past. The end of the line. The trash room is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Oh, this is an automated...
No, you can't go any further.
Okay. Cleaning duty. Only the person on cleaning duty can... can go further. Some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Okay, another coin. Take it. Not the way out. Yeah. I'm assuming we can't go in the other rooms, so let's just... Anyone in the laundry? I doubt it. Oh my gosh. So many things are selectable. Okay, so I'm not gonna... Great camera. I can check what's on that DVD in the AV room. This is Aoi's swimsuit, probably, because she is a swimmer. Alright, let's leave. The bathhouse is probably not open yet, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. We're just gonna go through each location as much as possible. Hello? Can you tell me anything about cleaning duty? Cleaning duty?
What's your problem?
Like I'd know anything about that. Taka's the one who takes care of organizational stuff like that. We need to talk to Taka. Cleaning duty. The spare hotel. The dorms. Anyone in here? No. What does this say again? Ah, no, it's not relevant. I forgot what what it says. I don't know if it's relevant, but yeah, I forgot. Okay, we can't... We probably can't go in there. Alright, let's watch that DVD. I should be able to see... use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. Okay, yeah, it's her idol group. Mm-hmm.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation for these girls.
Suddenly the screen went dark. In the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Oh gosh. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. What I noticed even more than that, was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after... Okay. So that's, that sentence pops up after every video. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. You trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Any clue in this box? Nothing inside. Okay, everyone took their DVD. Alright, Taka. Who's on cleaning duty yesterday? Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really? He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now? Actually, no. Huh? Okay, then who is? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty then. Yup. We'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long. When that time comes, I'll be counting on you. Let me hit the gacha for a bit. Come on, baby, no repeats. Okay, a ring. Nice, nice. Okay, I don't think that's a repeat either. It's like a body suit or something. I don't know what that is. That's not a repeat. That's good. Whoa, 4 in a row. No repeats. That's awesome. Yeah, let's leave. Who did he say was cleaning duty again? Hifumi. Hold on. You were on cleaning duty. That's why you mentioned the trash. So we need to go back upstairs. And talk to Hifumi after this. Yeah, you guys are still here.
Huh?
Psycho left a message. She left numbers, but we already know that's not numbers.
I'm sorry.
Could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. I seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
Okay. Let's go talk to Hifumi. Okay. Hifumi, you were on cleaning duty. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens that Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I hadn't had a chance to get started. Since you're on cleaning duty, can you open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course! It's my job to gather all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. To do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and the only person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient,
So in other
actually.
words,
Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The girl would disappear and things would become boring. Boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that, I think you're the killer, Leon. I think you're the
Hey,
killer.
bastard.
Why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
you...
I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, and poking around at it. What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
There's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D, then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? You're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
You're as innocent as you claim. Where's the harm in it? It's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. You want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. You haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. Nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Alright. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, just please hurry up. Leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi! Without a doubt.
You aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Alright, let's... Oh, what's this? There's something on the ground in front of me, in front of the incinerator. Incinerator. It's like a burnt piece of something. That looks like the cuff of a shirt. Oh, the cuff of a sleeve of a shirt. A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. We don't need your commentary, Hifumi. This is a piece of cloth in the shape. Part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. There are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. I need to look at your shirt, man. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Used to be some kind of glass ball, just as big, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
You know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. No, this isn't that type of story. Alright, well. Broken glass ball. Oh! Yeah, I know who this would have belonged to. That fortune teller. The one that stayed back. And is 21 years of age. Okay, so this activates the incinerator. I'm pretty sure. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. Okay, well, I'm good to go. You need help lifting your spirits, call on me anytime.
Come on.
Okay. Alright, we have one more lead to check. It's in the gym. You're saying I can't teleport out of here. Okay. Let's just leave then. You made me come all the way down here and now you're not even gonna check it out? The worst twist I can imagine. That's not the kind of thing readers like at all. What readers? Oh, I didn't check this. It's on right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes,
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. Quite certain it was off last time I was down here. How would they have gotten in?
Was it a fairy?
She was a fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh?
A fairy? No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. About that, there can be no mistake. I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening... I think I understand how that happened. They have a good throwing arm. They use the crystal ball to hit the switch. And we know it's Leon. There's so much evidence pointing towards him. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burned clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
I'm sure of
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. So Leon threw the crystal ball. He has good aim because he plays baseball. He's a baseball prodigy. That activated the incinerator, so he didn't actually have to go through the gate. Alright. Now to the gym. Can I actually teleport inside the gym? Yes. Well, not really. I can go to the door outside the gym. Oh yeah, I'm already locking it in on Leon. Yasuhiro, are you missing a crystal ball? Can I ask you something? Hiro, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? It's my crystal ball. It's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break? Was it actually made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. There's no way they could have had the same possession. All at once, they lived in different areas of the world. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that totally all BS? Put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Okay. I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came $1 million? That was $1 million ball? That's too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. It's Leon.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started?
All right.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Ah, I know where that is. Yeah, it's this door that we couldn't open before. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. But you're afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. They really are convinced I did it, but I have evidence. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? If you don't know who this is, who it is yet, Makoto, you're an idiot. There's so much evidence. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us, you idiot? Of course it is. You're so slow.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Leon.
You know what I mean. Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Indeed. Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice, to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. A steel box descended with a heavy, clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh.
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? Like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yep. I'm confident. I have no skills. Wait, I do have one skill. Increases damage to opponent when a statement is destroyed. Oh, what the? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I have everything I need to defend myself and accuse.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got
Ah.
knocked out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates...
Oh no, this guy.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
There were
Oh,
only
true.
15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
About to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. I don't know what's going on. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded onto the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements. Use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. You press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Good luck and have fun. Okay. Make your argument. Finish up a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Yeah.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's not true. If Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. Unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, their argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong.
I assert that the one who was murdered was him.
And the murder took
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she didn't even have
He
a
did.
chance to resist.
He did have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first.
Oh, that's what she
Then,
sounds like.
She ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
It's a knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We all know it's a knife. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set. Okay, it's already in the title.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had.
Not random.
No, that's wrong.
Not random.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh?
Yeah, one was missing in the
knife?
kitchen.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking, and if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh, he's so quick to accuse.
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
We have an alibi.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
He's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to? Absolutely, let's hear it. You can concentrate by holding down the RB button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down. It'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Okay, focus. So it takes a focus gauge.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen
Okay, so
knife
that's
was the murder weapon.
Yep.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen.
That's incorrect.
Did it in secret when nobody would.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Yep, she is the
Remember what you were telling
He
me
is the
earlier?
witness. I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto
Oh,
are in
no.
on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
She's right.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing.
Yeah,
will
so then
get
why
to
would she do that?
graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already. No, okay?
Okay.
There are
You just
no
eliminated that.
accomplices in this case. Oops. Did I say
Okay,
that out
so this
loud?
was a one-person job.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seemed the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's
Hey,
right.
let's go.
Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means, we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over?
Doesn't that violate one of
That
the
does
school's
not
regulations?
violate anything.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms.
Yeah,
But it doesn't say we have to stay in
Yeah.
our assigned room.
because that's what
So,
Sayaka and
I don't
Makoto
think
did.
that's a problem.
They switched.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spend
Um,
the night together?
They're both girls.
Unwholesome.
They're both girls.
I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, at least he
But if
apologized.
it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about?
Sayaka.
Huh.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. So the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left,
That-
she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
I think she was planning to kill, actually.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
They're so quick to conclude.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early
I
to
love
decide
Kyoko.
conclusively
I
that the
love
killer is
her.
the killer.
She's so awesome.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Something missing. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. The Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters lying around and the letters already known. Okay, so we have to complete a phrase. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. Must be the crucial point. What's she talking about? It's a 4-letter. Shoot. I don't know what it is. Hair. Hair! Is it not hair? Oh, I have to... Okay. I have to keep shooting it. Got it.
Now I understand. That's
Hair.
right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were
No.
the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very
I didn't think of
very
it from this angle, the hair thing.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer
I
are
didn't
one and the
think
same.
of it like that.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting
It's
into
the
the
doorknob.
bathroom. There was
is
clear
broken.
evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object that the killer broke. It was the doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Hopefully that will help you understand.
Why would he break it? It's not like it can lock.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
True.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh, wait.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka.
Hold on. I need to get back. Locked it.
We already know the answer.
Hold on.
The incident took place in the
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had
They can't lock it. They can't.
No, that's wrong.
It's impossible. You,
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all,
exactly.
girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can
Okay.
be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked.
Yep.
So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. Oh, because the nameplate's changed! They didn't know the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
The nameplate's changed.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That's more
That is
reason
Definite possibility.
to believe Makoto is innocent.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yup, they're turning. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry,
Leon.
but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Leon
what
did it.
happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Wait, no.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For
We have
serious.
evidence or a
Does
suspect.
No one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did
They
killer
opened their
get
toolbox.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the
That's
culprit picked it
not
up.
possible.
That's possible, right?
We switched rooms in the
I
room.
don't think so.
Yeah.
It seems way too convenient.
Then maybe
Yeah, that's
someone
the
picked
more
the lock?
likely.
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma
Oh,
made it quite
true,
clear that
okay.
the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something.
I
and
mean,
Ms.
that's
Mizuho
wrong,
just
but
let him in.
normally that's an option.
No,
So I don't hate him for
that
bringing
can't
that
be
up.
either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone
Okay.
doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that
Because
be
she
it?
was scared? He asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... I think this is the closest one. He was frightened.
I got it! Because Sayaka was
Yeah,
already
yeah.
scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
But
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
there's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get in the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the
Oh
top sheet
yeah,
with
I
a
know that
pencil.
trick.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally
Yup, I've seen that
people do
before.
On detective shows, when you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique.
So
But
that-
even the classics
that's
can be
evidence that we
surprisingly
didn't even
useful
know.
sometimes.
Or couldn't
and
even
I
find.
should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
He did not, no.
I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
That she was planning to
She
kill.
must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so
Okay.
it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Not
What
necessarily.
makes you say that? Would you like to hear?
Yeah,
what I
sure.
have to
Let's hear it.
say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Let's hear it.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms.
That's true.
correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
That's true.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
The room that Makoto was staying in. That's the thing. That's the one.
Sayaka and Makoto got in the note. It specifically says, I see. Then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that...
That's the one.
No, that's wrong.
The nameplate switched.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's
So
room
who
had
switched them?
Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Makes
and the one
sense.
who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the
Yep.
nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switch
Hmm.
places. Why would anyone do that?
I actually don't know
To
why.
understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the
Yes,
fight?
it was.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Glittery, yeah.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it. Because she got hit with the sword.
Yeah.
Right there on her wrist.
Yeah.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn. Okay, yeah, let's learn more. You're getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets to your... Only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. You'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. Oh gosh, we have to combine... Oh gosh.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
A certain part of the sword got damaged. Okay, sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what
Hold
happened.
on.
When the fighting broke, the culprit grabbed this, and that's when the first blow was a sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what
We
broke
have to
Miss
use this
Maizono's
sheath
wrist.
somewhere.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Maybe sword-based sneak attack?
When the fighting for the culprit, and that's when the first
sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
Because of the sheath?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for
That
the
wasn't a
scratch on
sneak
the
attack.
sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Okay, so...
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and
Sayaka attacked
useless as
first.
shit.
With the knife.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife...
Sayaka wanted to kill, but messed up.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife
Nah.
hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Nah.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Nah.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend
It was the
herself.
opposite.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
Because the gold comes off really easily.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Then it had to be someone that came late in the morning, because they had to wait till 7 a.m. to wash their hands, because the water doesn't come on until 7 a.m.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Water doesn't work.
Do you say that?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands, because there's a certain regulation that talks. Yeah. The water was off, yeah.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually,
Ugh.
I was taking a shower.
Gross. Ugh.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Yup.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
But why
And
Leon?
if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you.
Ah.
Is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar.
Yeah, they're starting to believe me.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan
Exactly.
backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
So Leon isn't totally bad.
That
It was
must be when her wrist
self-defense.
got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right
Well,
now.
we know who did it,
Hurry up and decide who did it.
but he's not like...
Wouldn't it be
It was
awful
self-defense.
if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? Dying message, okay.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Nope, there is one.
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dying. It's dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Well, before we get too...
Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Left index finger is the only one with blood.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in
Okay.
these numbers.
I mean, okay, I get that their first thought isn't English letters.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What?
A name.
What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
these
Leon.
first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
It was so obvious, man.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It's upside down.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. You turn her message 180 degrees. Become crystal clear. It's Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She
He
wrote
tried
that
to hide
message
it.
on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Oh, she knew about that too.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yup.
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
That thing I found in the... Yeah. Burnt shirt piece.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But
There's
there are
also the
some other
crystal
things that
ball
may reveal the truth.
that broke because
finally
you
starting to understand?
were able to
The
throw it at
answers
the
to
button.
all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
There's something about it we need to pay attention in order to... How it was disposed of. The incinerator.
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's him. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Make your argument. Scattered Yup.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Okay,
So
that
the
is
only
true.
one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
that's
in order to destroy the evidence.
not necessarily true.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
They threw it at the switch.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but...
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. Okay, yeah, he didn't...
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be
Yeah,
at
and
least
this guy's a baseball
30
prodigy.
feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Not for you.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid
Nope,
you sound right
it's
now?
all sound.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
But still, he was set up because he was originally going to be killed and this was in self-defense, so I still kind of feel bad for him, honestly.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, You'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Go to the beginning. Oh wait, no, that's the beginning. Okay. Because it's manga style. That looks about right. Then he defended himself before sheathing or unsheathing. Yup. Then she dropped the knife. He hid in the bathroom. They had the tools for it, so I did see this. They unlocked it with the tools. He wrote Leon. Took the lint roller because of the hair. They had the glass ball on them. Used that. Aim at the incinerator button to activate it. They hit it. Balled up the clothing to get rid of the evidence. Left this at the scene of the crime. Is that everything? Looks like there's one thing for me to... I don't know, it doesn't feel relevant right now. Dropped, ran, opened it.
Here's exactly what happened.
Maybe I don't need to use everything.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
It all lines up. They defended them. They defended themselves.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Didn't she drop it though? She dropped it though. Oh well. Okay, I mean, sure.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Okay.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen.
Oh, okay. The knife was already dropped in this panel. I get it. I get it.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
They
So
used the
instead,
tool.
The killer forced the door open,
Yeah.
took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
And her dying,
With what strength she
yeah,
had remained,
message was the name.
Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Yeah, then they used the lint roller to dispose of the
Then they
hairs.
took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So
They could have
came up
gotten
with a
away with it
plan to use
easier if they
Hero's crystal
waited.
ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Even through the gates like that. That's a really hard throw.
Crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Yeah, and then a piece of the shirt
Having
came off.
destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief.
Not knowing that a piece of the shirt
There
was
was
left behind.
one thing they missed.
Yup.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
That's tough.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Initially, it wasn't his fault because he was defending
It
himself.
would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's
We
the
have
evidence?
evidence.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Oh gosh, okay. Your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them into a head-to-head battle. Bullet time battle. BTB. You want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the A button to lock on to a opponent's statement. I don't understand what they're asking of me. I just have to play it. I don't understand what they're asking of me. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the Y button to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you'll fail. Alright, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged...
A tool.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Okay. Indisputable evidence.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
I don't know what they're asking of me.
Stop talking. Shut up. Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid.
I don't know what they're asking of me.
Shut up.
I don't know what they're asking of me.
Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up.
I don't know what they're asking me.
You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't know what they're asking of me. I just have to keep playing it until I get it. That's hard to tell what they're asking of me, so I just have to brute force it. Yeah, let's give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
I have to figure out what they're asking of me because their instructions are unclear.
When the killer
So let's
removed
just
the
brute
screws from
force
the
it.
doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
No, okay, so I was doing it with the timing. Maybe I have... It's hard to explain, but I think I have a lock on what needs to happen. But it's not how they described it.
Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Here's your proof. You kidding me?
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen.
Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied.
Okay, I figured out a way to brute force
Where's
it.
your proof?
This should prove it.
Or maybe they just explained it weird? To do it a different way from what they described?
Were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room.
Yup.
They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in
So they use their own
Okay, then
toolkit.
whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Okay, yeah, he has nothing to say.
Would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
He gives up.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Okay. Got a A. Okay, that's fine. 72. That's a lot.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Okay. So we know it's Leon.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, there we go. We didn't even have to make that choice there. It was given to us. Looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened, in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Did you really kill How are you even, like, questioning it? You know. You know for sure.
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
This is true. It was kill. I mean, not you could have ran after she ran, but it's tough, man.
So that's why none of you are any different.
This is tough, yeah, cause yeah, it was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just.
Yeah, I still feel bad for him.
Come on.
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. When I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me. I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams or friends. To have to see something like that happen to them and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. The one she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
Really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment you did. Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Blackened, Leon Kuwata, will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
Didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you... Oh, you know what? Actually... Yes, this was not self-defense. Because after she ran, you didn't need to escalate. You came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So...
That's not... I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. Yeah, he's right. Makoto, you're right. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh gosh.
No.
What's he gonna do?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh no. Collar on the neck? What's gonna happen? In use? What's in use? Batting cage? Oh gosh, pummeled to death by baseballs? Oh gosh, that's a bad way to go. That's like being stoned to death. And they all have to watch? Well, they don't all have to watch. They kind of just came up to watch him. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a bad way to go, man. I'm sorry. It's not a quick death either. Oh man. That sucks. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
My adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
What the heck?
You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound you into the ground. Must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world. We're being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever? What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden here. Just like before.
Chills, kills!
Let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Spectators. That's what he's referring to. I need to save some of the fun for later. That's what the cameras are there for. It's being spectated, I'm guessing. It would make sense. That's what everyone would refer to. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? He moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. We can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. Yeah, she didn't have to do that. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Exactly. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. Maybe, but...
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what that was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the death of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No, I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. Oh, he's taken that trope too. That's from Sayaka.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition. Chapter 1 to survive. The end. Okay. Oh, wow. 3 eliminated. To be continued. 'Cause You received the Despair Bat present. Alright, that's a good place to end. We went well over 3 hours. Thank you everyone for coming. I'll see you next time. Turn off notifications, it gets annoying, especially if you use the app on mobile. See you tomorrow. Good night, goodbye, thank you for watching.